Hey y'all, so today's question is, what's the difference between a merchant mariner and a merchant seaman? A merchant mariner and a merchant seaman are the same thing. They're just different names that they have out there. Back in the day, they taught seamanship, and what I'm saying. When they changed the books a little bit, they changed the names. That's it. There's no difference between the two. You do the same thing. You start off as an ordinary seaman, and you move up to an AB. Then from an AB, you go to a third mate, second mate, chief mate, and then you go into being a captain if you're in the deck department. Okay, deck department are, they pretty much, they do a lot of things around the ship. As far as they do trash, they clean, they clean the deck, they make sure everything on deck is good, they make sure everything is stocked up, they move stuff with cranes. Anything that you have to, when you're moving stuff on a ship and off the ship, the deck department handles that. Engine department, they change the oil filters, they run, as far as the AC and ventilation, that is their area of expertise. Then you have the galley. The galley is pretty much the kitchen on the ship. The galley takes care of all the food: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. They have a salad bar, they have cereal, pretty much anything that you want to eat that you can't actually go to the grocery store because you are on a ship. This is where you live while you're on duty. So if you're on duty for 120 days, you're going to live on the ship for 4 months. That is your job. That's when you live, work, sleep, and eat. That's how it is out here. There's laundry. Anything goes on in the laundry that as far as like something's stuck or something's not working, that's where you want to go get a Q-med, which is in the engine department. That is what they handle. I'm breaking down these departments because a lot of people don't actually know, what departments, what can I go in, what I want to do. Some people think just because they can cook, oh, I want to be a cook. You're not going to go straight into being a cook. You're going to be washing dishes and pots, and you may get to a point where they're letting you help them, as far as you're going to be a SA, or that's a steward assistant, or you a supply utility. They may have you getting things together as far as you're going, and you're in the dry storage and you're bringing things from dry storage like cereal, cookies, and you're keeping that stuff stocked so that when the people want to snack, or people that are working around you that they need a snack, they come to Galley, they can just go grab what they need and go on back to work. That is a part of your job. As a steward assistant, you are going to chop fruit, you're going to get the salad bar ready, you're going to put out the condiments, you're going to wash the dishes, put the cups out to be used for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to wash those dishes, clean the table, sweep them up. That's what you're going to do. Ordinary seaman in the deck department, you are pretty much in some ABs too, you are pretty much what I call, because that's my department, I call us the janitors of the vessel. They need you to keep the heads clean. The heads are actually the bathrooms. That's what they're called at sea. So you're going to clean heads. You are going to sweep and mop hallways, wipe handrails down, doors. You're going to do the stairwells and the ladder wells. You're going to sweep and mop those as well. You're going to do what they call a wash down on the deck. Sometimes you may have out there, they may have you building stairs or building some type of walkway they need you to put, so when you drop the gangway down, the gangway is level with the ship so you can walk off when it's time to pull in the port. You may have to do that. I've had to do that on a ship before with my my department, with people that I work with, other ABs, ordinary seamen, as well as the bosun. He is over the deck department. We all had to come together collectively, and we had to build stairs so that we can get off the gangway. You're gonna have to do that kind of stuff. That's a part of your job. You all have to work together as a team. Everybody has to be on one accord. Because if somebody don't feel good and they're not feeling good and they can't carry their weight for the day, all that workload is going to fall on the other people in your department. So you want to make sure that you are helping, that you are going through these steps and whatever measures you have to do that. They also do what you call drills. You're going to do drills like when you were in school, you took the training to become a merchant mariner, how they had you going to the stuff when you're jumping off the diving board and you're flipping over the raft. Those things that you learn when you're coming in are what you're going to do in drills, because you're going to do man overboard drills. You're going to do fast boat drills. You're going to have all kind of drills, firefighting drills that you have to do at sea. This is all a part of your job, and it has to be done monthly. It has to be recorded that your ship is doing these things. So that's why we prepare you when you go to training, so that when you're on an actual vessel, you'll know what to do. There are PFDs that'll always be in your room. You'll also have an Emerson suit, which is the red Gumby suits. Those will be in your room as well. It is a portable breathing apparatus that you'll have. I think it's EEBs that they're called. I could be wrong, but you know what I mean. They show you how to do all this stuff. You have meetings. You're going to have a meeting all the time, maybe once or twice a month, with your captain, everybody in your department. You are going to meet in what they have, the officers' lounge, or wherever they have you meeting at. That's where you'll meet. You have to go to these trainings. They have sexual harassment trainings you have to go to. It's all kind of trainings and stuff that they want you to be, because you have to be aware of things and know what's right and what's not right. If you see something, say something, pretty much. Those are the type of meetings that you have, because we want you to, if you don't feel comfortable somewhere, or you're not comfortable doing a certain job, you need to speak up. There'll always be meds for you guys. If you're feeling seasick and you forgot your meds, there'll always be meds. You always want to go to your medical person, or your lead medical person on the vessel. My vessel, it is our chief mate. He gives us all meds. If you have a breakout, if you eat something and you're allergic to, they have EpiPens to give you. There's always something out there for you. You got a headache, you're not feeling good, your stomach hurt. Trust me, there are meds available to you. It's a lot of things at sea that people really don't sit down and talk about, because I don't know, maybe they're not comfortable about talking about it, or maybe they just don't care to talk about it. But I'm going to give you those type of stories, because or even like side notes and stuff that you need to know, because that's something that I do. I want you to be aware of these things at sea, because a lot of people come and I didn't pack this, I didn't pack what I'm going to do. They panic because they don't think they have these meds that they can get. It's always meds available. They also have a ship store where you can buy things from they got sodas that you didn't, and you want a soda and they don't have it in the galley that you drink. They have cigarettes there. They'll have combs. They'll have shaving cream, deodorant. They'll have I think they have pods, maybe like the laundry pods there. I'm not sure if everyone has it, but there always be toothpaste, toothbrushes, anything for hygiene available to you. Chocolate, sunflower seeds, stuff that you would really want, and they don't really put that stuff out or order that stuff in the galley. You can always get it from the ship store. So I just want to bring that to your awareness. Even if you need a new pillow or pillowcases, or you want some sheets, or you want towels, rags, you want floor mats when you get out the shower, they have all that stuff available to you. Lotion, whatever you can think of that you may need, they may have. I'm not sure about shower shoes. A lot of people just bring their own, which is you should do that anyway. I don't know if they have those on the ship, but usually like the coveralls, they provide those to you if you need those in whatever department that you're in. Like I know they give them to the engine and the deck department. I'm not sure with the galley. I'm sure you always will have like t-shirts, like the dry fit shirts. Our ship always have them, even the regular cotton shirts with your ship name and your ship logo and all that. They'll have all that stuff available to you. If you need to get a journal or some paper, some pens, like they'll have that stuff for you. So, and my ship has their own library. They have computers that you can get on. If you need to check your email and you don't want to do it on your phone, you can always go in the lounge. They'll have all that stuff for you. And when you go in the lounge, if you just want to get an apple or a bag of chips or something, whatever kind of snack you want to get in between each like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In between those times, there'll always be snacks and stuff available to you. And you can always use the laundry. You can always wash your clothes in between, shifts or whatever you want to do. So it's always things that you can do. You can always go sit on the bow of the ship, the stern of the ship. The bow is the front of the ship and the stern is the back of the ship. They always have if you go downstairs, there are always like little chairs and stuff. If you just want to be by yourself, you can do that. There are designated smoke sessions on the ship where you can go take a smoke break. So it's things like that they are available to you guys. It's there, use them. They have gyms all over. Make sure you utilize your gyms. Just make sure you're wiping down the equipment that you touch when you leave. We do that. Bring your own water, whatever you need to bring in there, you can do that. So I just want to let you guys know that there are things that you can do at sea. A lot of people think you're just out here working and going to sleep. No, there are other things that you can do with your spare time. And I just wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that, because a lot of people just don't know if they haven't worked on the ship. So they ask a lot of questions, and I just want to be able to answer those questions that they may have. So until next time, I'll get back with you guys, but I have more tips available, more updates, and I'll have more job postings. So you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.